6:02 this morning at the Aquatic Center at Liliendal saw just these two persons trickling in to cast their votes early. And so it was with most of the other areas along the East Coast, including Industry, Turkine and Pleasance, to name a few, where there were a very low voter turnout. Primary school on the east coast of Demerara in Pleasance, and as usual, we are expecting a high voter turnout across this country when it comes to local government elections. But what we're seeing at all the polling stations that we have visited, that there is a low voter turnout. Persons are trickling in the polling station. The majority of the voters are senior persons, adults. None of the young people are not coming out in their numbers as we expected. But we are still following this and see exactly if it's going to build up during the course of the morning, later down in the afternoon, if we're going to get a build-up of voters. But it seems to us that this is a big turn of events here, not only in Pleasance, but we went to Industry and parts of Turkine, and we're seeing this big low voter turnout. We're supposed to be seeing a big crowd lining up across the streets, but we're not seeing that. And today, now that school is closed, we're expecting most of the young people to come out and vote. But we're keeping hope alive, and we're hoping that, that this will change, this will turn around, and we'll get a bigger turnout as we go through the morning. Headline News spoke with one of the APNU AFC coalition team members in Pleasance, Rodwell Lewis, who said citizens did not take the local government election seriously, like they did with the general and regional elections.
I just want to believe that maybe later in the afternoon they would come out in the numbers, because most of the individuals to me like to wait on the 9th hour before they can able to do such. So, but our team already have recognized what we ought to do, and we will be taken into the fields in a few seconds so we can able to let them be aware of the importance and see if we can even bring them out so that they can able to cast the vote.
I further asked Mr. Lewis if the poor voter turnout could have been as a result of a similarly poor voter education program.
No, I don't think so. I think GCOM did a wonderful job, and I know for a fact that our population is more visual learners, and many of them are fully aware what they ought to do. But whether you twist it or turn it, you have individuals who would want to point the finger at someone for their error. I think GCOM did a wonderful job on all the television stations, even in the printed media, and it's just that they were not following. We have did our job as well in this local authority area, Industry Pleasance. We walked the road. We went house to house. We gave them directions how to vote. We did all that we could, and still some of them are not knowledgeable, or they may, I want to say, not interested. But we intend to tackle that.
And the casting of votes seemed like an eternity for some, which led to some form of boredom for the rural constable at Enmore Primary School, who otherwise occupied himself with a much-needed nap. The same paucity of response to voting was evident at Friendship Primary, though it was a little better at Annandale Secondary, where a fair-sized crowd was present at the time of Headline News' visit. Many are saying that if the government had designated today a national holiday, maybe there could have been a much bigger turnout. But according to the government, local government elections is for the people's interest, and they must find the time to go and cast their ballots. Basil?